This is Chit and Chat, the encouraging one another podcast. Interviewing musicians, comedians, sports personalities, and many, many other individuals all over the world, sharing their story of encouragement, inspiration, what they've been through, what they've gone through, as well as amazing musicians from all over the world. Kick back and relax. For some amazing people you probably have never heard of and their story. Each of us have a story of hope, of courageousness, of inspiration. This is Chit and Chat, the encouraging one-on-one podcast. It's always about encouraging others. This song has a couple things. One, dance. You know, who likes dancing? Raise your hand, you like some dancing. Gravy. I love some gravy. I'm not a big dancer, though. You're like, what are you talking about? Dancing and gravy? It's none other than Benji Phonic, Chris Jones, Raymond Hayden, and Jess Clinton-Whitty. This is Dance Gravy. Let's go.
Funkin', bumping, girls are jumping. The dance floor is up and coming. Take this groove down nice and low. Just kidding out, here we go. Let me get a little bit of drums. Now I heard the bass comes. You know, I'm gonna tell you what. If you get up and shake your butt, we can turn that volume up. Start tripping. Start to spin. In your own space. Drop the bass. Let the fun begin. Back it up. You'll find it in me. Dancing's not a sin. No, it ain't no sin. Back it up. Back it on up. You'll find it coming. Come and dance it again. We on the prowl and we looking to win. Come on. That's right. Come on.
Listen up.
Coming at ya, Omega, Supersonic, introducing the one and only Mr. Benji Phonic.
That's me! It's been a while since I've been in the club. Got my hot pants on and I'm looking for love. Getting down with a bump and grind. Now I'm plotting dance moves like a mastermind. That's me! Dance gravy, yo crazy. Wanna get funky with me?
Yeah, baby.
We underground with the beat. What? Time to get up and shake that butt.
Turn that volume up. Stop tripping. And start to spin. In your own space. Drop the bass. Let the fun begin.
Let the fun begin!
Back it up. You'll find it in me. Dancing's not a sin.
No, it ain't no sin!
Back it up.
Back it on up!
You'll find it coming. Come and dance it again.
Now a three-step plan!
Step one.
It's the gravy slide, shaking those hips from side to side.
Step two.
Junk in the trunk, licking those lips, I can taste the funk.
Step three.
I'm losing my mind, close encounters, rubbing behind. Like I said, we masterminds of space and time.
I love to see you move.
You move me.
I love to taste your love.
You love me.
I love to see you move.
You move me.
I love to taste your love.
You love me.
I love to see you move.
You move me.
I love to taste your love.
You love me.
I love to see you move. jaunting.
That was Dance Gravy by Chris Jones, Raymond Hayden, Jessica Linwoody, and Benji Phonic. Hello and welcome to Chit Chat, the encouraging One Other podcast. I'm your host, Jody Sheffield. So glad to have you back for another fun, exciting, encouraging, and uplifting interview today with great music as always featured on this podcast. I hope you're doing well. I truly mean that. I know we've all faced some challenging and hard times and some difficulties. I hope you have someone you're able to vent to chat with about life, perhaps things you're facing and you're going through. It really helps having someone you can vent to. So keep going, keep pushing through some of those issues you could be facing and get help. Maybe talk to someone who could give you some encouragement. I have been so blessed to meet some amazing people through this podcast, and I'm going to do a special spotlight today for Tom Coverly. He was out there speaking all around the world. He talks to adults, kids, sharing his story. He loves speaking at schools and speaking with kids who have faced challenges like bullying and going through hard times and difficult times. And I love his heart, his passion for helping people. If you ever get a chance to find him or listen to him, please do so. It's Tom Coverly. I really love what he does and his main passion for people. On our show today, we got some great music lined up for you today. A couple songs. One by it's called Dance Gravy. Ever heard Dance Gravy? It's a really, really fun song with Chris Jones, Benji Phonic, Jessica Linwoody, and Raymond Hayden. That's one you definitely want to crank up when you hear that song. And also we have Corey James Grubb. His song is called One for the Road. And I get another song by my guest today, which I will now introduce. My guest today is from Pennsylvania, and ever since she was old enough, she dreamed of being a singer. And at the age of 14, she began taking guitar lessons and began her singing career. And at that moment, she really got it going. Her grandpa got her performing at her first solo gig at Mount Tabor Homecoming. And no time at all, word was spreading about her amazing gift in music and sharing her vocals. And with the help of friends and family, she soon recorded her very first demo CD. On that CD, she did some very popular cover songs from Katrina McBride, Rascal Flatts, and others. After much promoting and performing, she came in touch with the producer, David Walker, of Walker Musical Enterprise, and she made a trip to Nashville, Tennessee, where she recorded her very first album. She's been featured on radio stations all over the world, including Switzerland, Sweden, Australia, Germany, as he's topped the charts in some of these places as well. I'm excited to hear about her. Also, she's won awards after awards, and I can't wait to hear her story. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chit Chat Encouraging One Other podcast. Katrina, Lynn, Whetsel. Hello there. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Katrina Lynn Whetsel today. Podcast. I'm excited to talk with her and get her story. How are things?
Things are good. Very busy.
Today we'll get to just get to know you a little bit, kind of hear we playing some of your songs as well, kind of get a little familiar with who you are. But before we dive into some fun questions, I like to throw some icebreaker questions at my guests to kind of get the wheels churning a little bit. You got your thinking cap on?
Let's go for it.
Right. So, say you're taking a 2-week road trip, performing at a place you never had performed at. Say we're going across the country. Places either in the United States or around the world that you would love to sing at that you haven't sung at yet.
Ooh, there's a lot of ones, but I'll tell you what. As a country girl, definitely Old Opry in Nashville has to be number one.
Okay, number one. Okay.
Let's see. I would also love to do any kind of USO tour.
Yeah,
So anywhere, any of the military bases, anywhere overseas that the soldiers are stationed, I would absolutely love to do that.
be awesome.
And you
Of
know what? We'll throw Hawaii in there too because I've never been to Hawaii.
course.
And what
Uh,
better place to sing is on vacation, right?
little little umbrella drink with the coconuts. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
In Washington State. It's been getting a little colder and wetter, and I'm like, I need warm weather back.
Oh yeah, I know, right? I'm not ready for the winter. Even though I'm a winter baby, I'm not quite ready for it yet.
But USO trips would be awesome. I was in the Navy, and I've seen so many different country singers, and Robin Williams, and a lot of people just go overseas and locally as well to bases, and I think that'd be an awesome little opportunity for you to see the many men and women who are serving this country.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's definitely on the list. It's something that we have been talking about and that we're working towards. So I'm hoping in the near future that is something that myself and my band get to do.
If you're over in Pacific Northwest, give me a holler. I'd love to come find you and see you in concert sometime.
Absolutely.
Number two, what movie could you watch over and over again and never gets old?
Oh boy. Well, you know what? Since we're almost into the holiday season, I have to say Home Alone is definitely one.
Okay, that's a good. Oh yeah,
Home Alone, and then for a non-holiday one, Pirates of the Caribbean.
very first one.
Oh yeah. Very first one, but they're all great, but the very first one has got to be the favorite.
Oh, they are. They're hilarious. Oh my gosh, I was actually one of the pirates for Halloween a number of years ago, and I walked around like a fool. It was pretty nice.
I'll tell
uh,
you what, if I wasn't a singer, I wish I could be a pirate.
okay. Its side job is pirate. Gotcha. Uh, you can invite one night a concert, and you can invite three musicians, past, present, living, whatever, on stage with you, three other musicians. Who's joining you on stage for a one night concert?
Oh my gosh. Okay, definitely Reba McEntire.
Gotcha.
She's one of my idols and she is also my mother's idol and is my mother's dream to see me sing with Reba, so it would have to be Miss Wonderful Reba. I would have to also say Johnny Cash. I
Ooh,
think that would be so awesome to duet with Johnny Cash. I wish that was something that could happen. And you know what? Just for somebody future presence, I think I would like Carrie Underwood.
okay.
I think she has a fantastic voice, and I would just love to have a conversation with her as well. I think that she would be a really awesome one to be on stage with.
Have you ever met Reba?
I have not yet, but oh my gosh, am I trying?
Miracles happen and dreams happen. So
One of these days, she will hear me.
can you go make a shirt with one word on it? One word that can describe you, maybe your journey. What word would you put on one shirt to kind of show people who you are?
Believe.
Believe.
Believe. You have to believe in yourself and never give up.
Hmm,
As long as you believe in your dreams and you keep chasing them, you'll always make it.
believe. That's awesome. Yeah. So I've talked to people often on here, and so many times, especially little kids, they get their dreams bullied, and they don't
Yeah.
kind of shatters that potential of being a singer or a writer. It could be. So believing is very, very important.
Yeah, agreed.
Uh, last one. Do you have a hidden talent? Something no one really knows that you have. What's your hidden talent?
I guess my weird hidden talent is I can kind of roll my tongue in weird forms. I do like a little I call it a three-leaf clover or a cauliflower tongue.
Okay.
Mom always says don't be making faces or your face will stick like that. So
Yeah.
naturally as a kid I had to see how many I could make, and I figured out that weird talent.
Born Arkansas. I heard that many times. Oh my goodness. Cross your eyes. You'll get stuck that way.
Uh-huh.
So, our listeners out there, would you mind a little brief bio about yourself?
Yeah. So I started singing when I was about 14. Honestly, it's a pretty cool story because I had the worst stage fright my entire time growing up, but I wanted to be a singer so bad. And I just kind of got bullied a little bit, and I had a lot of people that told me it was never going to happen and I need to be realistic, that kind of thing. And I kind of got tired of hearing it, and it just frustrated me so bad one day. I decided, forget it, I'm going to go for it. And the first thing I ever really did that people heard me was I had a little family event, and I carried my karaoke machine down to this little picnic with my family. None of them knew I could sing. And I just kind of sat on the table, and they all kind of looked at me weird. And I was like, I'm going to sing you a song. And that was the very first time I ever actually sang in front of really too many people. And then my very first show ever was given to me by my grandfather. He actually passed away. I think it's been close to a year now, a year and a half. I was 14, and he ran this little thing called a homecoming for our local area. And they always had live music. And I just remember him saying to me, well, you want to be a singer? Here's your shot, kid. I'm giving you your first show. So that was the first time I ever performed, and somebody there saw me and booked me for something else, and it just kind of took off from there. And years down the road, I found out that my great grandma, which would have been that grandpap's mom, um, she was a singer and played guitar. And the very stage that I sang my first show on was the spot where she performed
Wow.
back in the day. So that was really cool. It was kind of like a little legacy thing going on.
Where were you born and raised at?
So I was born in Maryland, but for the most part, I've been growing up and living in Pennsylvania. I live in a little town called White. It's like
Okay.
southwestern Pennsylvania, up in the mountains, back in the country. It's lovely.
You began singing in the early years. Someone who encouraged you, perhaps inspired you, or was that more just for you? You like, I can prove this to myself. I can do this to myself. To sing.
Yeah, like it was something I wanted so bad, and it just got to the point where I got tired of being told I can't do it when I knew that deep down I could. And it just kind of pushed all those fears out of the way, and I just wanted to prove everybody wrong, and I wanted to give it a shot and give a chance to my dreams, because I could never understand why people say, oh, you can't do something. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of prove everybody wrong. It was for me too, I was something I always wanted to do. And when everybody was telling me that I couldn't do it, I didn't understand why. I always felt that if you wanted to do something bad enough and you had a dream, that if you worked hard enough, you could make it happen. So it was really just to kind of prove everybody else wrong, so that, they could see that anything could be possible. And it's also for myself, because I wanted to show that people's negativity was not going to keep me from doing what I wanted. And I
Man,
needed to get over my own insecurities and fears, and just follow that dream.
how long did you use the karaoke machine and sing songs on it?
Let's see. I was doing that for maybe the year before I
Okay.
started singing. So that whole first year I ended up taking guitar lessons. So that was kind of my break into music a little bit, but I hadn't quite come out of that shell enough to sing in front of people.
And what was your first song you sang?
God fearing women get the blues, Martina McBride.
Did you get more confidence using the karaoke? And when you step away, you just go, with instrumental pieces or acoustic, or how you sing after that?
So back in the day when I started, it was with karaoke tracks.
Yeah.
Um, but I learned the songs very quickly. So it wasn't like I was just standing up there singing karaoke. It was by memory. And we would get, you used to get the old karaoke tracks from like Kmart or Walmart that had all the songs. And my dad would run sound for me. So I would take all of the CDs and I would write my playlist, and I would label the CDs and what number the track was. and he would just flip the CDs for me, so that I could perform my sets. I would talk in between, and I had the timing down so perfect. And then when I started getting better with the guitar, it was like, okay, I got to ditch these tracks now and step it up. So I moved up to doing acoustic stuff, and then moved up to having a band.
Nice. And around when you're 17 years old, you made a trip to Nashville, Tennessee. What was that like?
That was incredible. That was so surreal. It just was, it took my career to the whole next level. It gave me so much confidence. I never had more fun in my life than I did that week in Nashville. And I honestly could say it was the greatest high of my life, standing in the studio behind that microphone singing those songs. I never felt like I belonged anywhere as much as I did.
You made your very first album. How cool was that when that came? You got it all printed out. You see your name on the cover. You get chills still thinking about that going. You made your very first album, and you're like, "Wow, that's me."
Yeah, it was really crazy. I never in a million years, the first time I stepped on that stage, ever thought I'd get to that point. And seeing that CD show up, like we got all the copies, and the FedEx driver drops off, 9, 10 boxes of albums. I think we had 1,000 copies or something. And I remember opening it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so professional, it looks so cool. And what was really cool is, even though I was so young, I was trying to learn how to do my own advertising, and like, as much as I could, so that like I could save my parents money and save myself money and advertise myself. So I did the CD design myself, so
Oh,
that the photography was me, the whole design, everything was my design and artwork. So I thought that was really cool, because not a lot of artists do that kind of thing of their own. So I really put my entire creative ability into that album.
so you really had some ownership, in it, putting your blood, sweat, and tears, if you will, in something you created. That is so awesome.
Yeah, it was just an unbelievable experience. And my producer David Walker is such an amazing guy. There's a lot of artists, I'm sure, will tell you it's hard to find people that you can trust. Everybody will tell you they can make you famous, they can do this or that, but when you find good people in the industry that genuinely care about you, they want to help you get the best product out there, the best music, everything. You just kind of stick with them. And David was fantastic. Even though I was young, it was my first time in Nashville. He really listened to me, gave me great advice. Like, we just worked so great. We had that album done in 2.5 days. It was amazing.
Hot off the presses. That was quick.
Oh yeah, we were in and out, and I was downtown in Nashville having a good time.
So, how often do you take a step back? From you mentioned earlier, you kind of got bullied a little bit, and the stage fright, and look who you are now. I mean, the progression you made is incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, to kind of sit back and think about everything I've been through and what I had to do to get where I am. It's it's very surreal, very surreal.
A number of your songs are on radio stations, and when you hear your songs intertwined with other songs of musicians like Faith Hill and Luke Bryan and Tim McGraw, you still get chills going. That's me mixed in with very popular singers.
Every time it's crazy. It's just like, wow, I can't even believe I'm on the same list as them, let alone, it's crazy.
I saw you were featured on a radio show in Texas called "Crush It or Flush It."
Oh yeah, that was a good time.
Tell me about that a little bit.
um so that was on KVGI radio, and they called me up and they were like, hey, we got this show that we're gonna kick off, and we really want to have you on it. And basically, it was completely fan voted, so all of the listeners would vote, and every week that you won, you got on to the next round, and they just kept going until you basically got knocked off. And I ended up winning 6 weeks in a row.
Oh, wow.
I had, like, just during my little 3-minute set, there were over 1,000 votes for me alone. just during my song playing. So
That's insane. Um,
yeah, it was crazy. So, and like when I finally did get knocked off, it was so close that it was literally only a couple of votes from me and the duo that actually won. It was a guy and a girl
oh,
um that came in on it. And that's who finally knocked me off.
what does it mean to be a musician for you? You're not only you're sharing, things you overcome, and your positivity, and you're encouraging, people of all ages to take a step forward and not be afraid of, the stage fright or the bullying. How's that impacting to you to be a musician now?
You know what? It's been very impacting because I never realized how much good for other people can come out of music. I always knew music was healing, music was therapeutic, but that was just how I saw it for myself. But when I started performing and I started doing things like different benefits, and I saw how like my singing or my presence or my music would raise money or do this or that for someone, it would connect with someone emotionally. And they'd come up to me crying saying, you have no idea what that song meant to me. Like it was what I needed. It was this, it was that. It's a really surreal feeling. And then I've even had the experience to influence the younger generation of musicians. I've met kids that were in my shoes when I was, 12 and 13 years old, terrified to step on stage, but wanted it so bad. And I was able to coach them through and get them onto stage and get their career started. And it is just, it's so cool to be able to touch so many lives with your music. It's so much more than just a song.
Do you remember the very first song you wrote?
Ooh, I wrote a song. It never came out. I tucked it away. I'm not crazy about it. It was not the best, but it was a song called Jesse Don't Lie.
Okay.
And it was actually about a soldier who was leaving his wife to go to war, and it was going to a very dangerous place, and odds are he wasn't going to make it home. But he was telling her that, it would be okay, he'd be home. And she was basically telling him, don't lie to me, like, you know, tell me the truth.
That'd be a tough song to get out there. Oof.
It was, but I was very, very young. I hadn't even gone to Nashville when I wrote that. I think I was like 15 when I wrote that, maybe.
You've been nominated for a number of awards from the Josie Awards, the ISSA, the International Singer Songwriter Association. I've had a bunch of musicians on from the ISSA, as well as Fair Play Country Music Awards. In 2022, you were nominated 14 times. Do you recall the very first time you were nominated and your reaction?
Oh yeah, it was the Josie Music Awards. I think that was 5 years ago. I was nominated for Traditional Female Country Artist of the Year, and I was just shocked because it was another thing I never expected. It was always something I hoped one day I would be nominated for some kind of award show, and it was just another step up in my career. And when I actually got to the awards and saw all the artists and the producers and the record labels and every industry professional that you could think of, it was unbelievable. And people coming up saying, like, knowing who I was and, congratulating me. And even though I didn't win that first year, just being nominated and standing out amongst, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of artists from across the world, and making it to the nominations and going to those award shows. It's unlike anything that you could ever imagine, and it's so thrilling, and it's just so humbling, and it's such an honor because there's so much talent in the world. So to think I can even compete with any of that is just beyond my dreams.
You have won some awards too, haven't you?
I have. I won Fair Play the last 4 years in a row, and I won International Singer Songwriters Association the year before last. I got Album of the Year.
What was your like when you won your first award? You just like you're like,
I screamed. I was shocked. Because like just being nominated blew me away, and I was like, "There's no way I'm ever gonna win like being nominated is the highest I'll ever get. Like, that's just unbelievable to me. And when I actually found out I won, I literally screamed and jumped up and down for like an hour. It was just so exciting. So exciting. I called everybody I knew. I called my producer. Like, I was just on cloud nine.
You have performed all over local venues and outside, county fairs. And what's it like when people come up to you, especially little kids, and ask you for your autograph? What's that like?
That is still weird for me. I actually had a guy one time who asked me to sign his golf cart. And that was that was one of the weirdest things. I've had people ask me to sign their body, the golf cart, and it's always like it's just odd to me. I'm like, really? Why would you want my autograph? Like, it's still crazy to me, and honestly, it feels awkward to sign an autograph because I'm a very like subtle person. It sounds weird because I love the spotlight, I love the attention, but I'm also not someone who's like a showboater. I'm not a bragger or anything. So when someone's asking for my autograph, it's like, oh, that's kind of weird, but okay. But it is cool though. It is really cool that people like the music like that. They like listening to me enough that they want to get my autograph. It's very, very honoring. I'm very grateful.
When they see you on stage with Rita McEntire in a few years, like, I have her autograph. I have her autograph.
I cannot wait.
I've been following you on TikTok too. You just have a few videos out there, but the one I just recently saw was the national anthem. You just crushed it. That was
Thank you.
a job.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was fun. I always do that anytime I get the chance. You always gotta do the
And
hometown national anthem.
that's a hard song, isn't it?
You know what? It is. I spent when I first was asked to sing that song, it was for my high school graduation. That was the first time I ever had to sing it. And I've never been so nervous to sing a song in my life as the national anthem at my graduation. I know that was not my best performance, but I practiced that song constantly, and even to this day, anytime I'm going to sing it, like, you got to make sure that one's on point. You have to do that song right.
One of my pet peeves of that song is it's not a pop song. It
Right.
people make it great, great, have their own little spin. But man, the way you sing it, it just the words hit you more and more each time I hear it sung. I say correctly, it could be wrong, but when you see it correctly, and you hear the words just over anything in your heart, I think it's just powerful.
Yes. Absolutely. It just has to be done a certain way. You have to do it the traditional way, I like to call it. Not too flashy.
Another video I saw of yours was been working on something during your downtime, a charmed book of shadows replica. That is so
I'm a crafty person on the side. I'm very creative, and I recently learned how to do bookbinding.
okay.
And when I was a kid, that was a show that I really liked. And my family's always been big Halloween people. So it's a book I've been working on for years as a Halloween prop. So it's not done yet. It has like 1,000 pages. It's a slow process because I'm a very busy person. But yep, I'm a very crafty person, very creative. So any little weird crafts or things I can come up with and learn how to do, I'm doing.
And I also saw you sharing a little bit about history, a little research, a very historic piece of history from the RMS Titanic.
Oh, you did see that. Yeah, I have an actual piece of the Titanic. It's a piece of the wood from the ship. It was actually pulled out of the water the morning after the sinking, by one of the people from the Carpathia.
Yeah, I did a little bit of research. Why are you intrigued on the Titanic?
You know what? I don't know. When I think that started when I was like 5 or 6. I don't even remember how I got onto that, but my parents had bought me they used to buy me a lot of educational toys when I was a kid.
Okay.
Like, I learned what the state fish of Hawaii is when I was really little, the very long version of it. And they got me a giant book on the Titanic, and I was just fascinated with every little aspect of that ship, and I have been ever since. And I've wanted to own a piece of the Titanic for so long, and I researched for like 10 years until I got my hands on that little tiny piece of wood.
You have downtime. You always go, are you?
Oh yeah.
As we begin to wrap up a little bit, I was wondering if you could share any encouraging words or words of wisdom for someone out there who could be struggling, like you were mentioning in our opening about stage fright or kind of getting bullied around a little bit, and maybe their ability to sing on stage.
Yeah, like my best advice for anybody that's struggling, whether it's just, like me getting up on stage or you're just struggling in life in general, is you have to remember first to love yourself and believe in yourself. And one of the hardest things to do is to not listen to the negativity around you. You kind of have to put a force field up, and you have to remember that at the end of the day, this is your life, and the only person that can make you happy is you. So, whatever it is you want to do, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You have to follow your heart, because if you don't, you're never going to find true happiness. And the only way to be happy is to do things the way you want to do it, and follow your heart and be true to yourself, be kind to others, and you'll find your place in the world. You'll conquer any dream, anything that you come across that you want to do. You're gonna conquer it, and you're gonna get to wherever it is you want to be in life.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for our time today. But I really appreciate getting to know you. I'll be listening to more of your songs as well. You're welcome back anytime to share any new music. I'm part of the Total Mix Radio station, and I love just sharing encouragement and positivity and meeting singer songwriters from around the world and getting their story and playing their music. So you're welcome back anytime. And I wish you the best in this holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thank you so much for this time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day, Joey. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thanks. Bye bye.
This is Towing the Line with Katrina, Lynn, Whetsel.
Answer me something, help me understand why you going around saying you're my man. Honey, love takes two. You're always out running around with all of the guys. Then you come around here wondering why I'm so doggone blue. Well, baby, shame on you. But I guess I'm the bigger fool. I keep towing the line with you.
What do you get when you're a single mom that has a vision to a blooming full-time business? You go for it. That's what Amanda Zobrist has done. She has started the Dandelion Sticker Company. She has a knack to create almost anything. At the Dandelion Sticker Company, she can create tumblers, stickers, t-shirts, and much, much more. From little sizes to big sizes to really big sizes, she wants to make your vision a reality. Working with small businesses is her compassion in her community that allows her to make a meaningful impact on a local level. Looking for business to help you promote your business? Check out Dandelion Sticker Company. Her high-quality stickers are perfect for your products, advertising your services, and getting your business out there for the world to see. I'm so excited that we Chit and Chat, encouraging one other podcast to be working with the Dandelion Sticker Company to create merchandise to sell in the future. Please reach out and let us know what you might be interested in. Got some ideas that you want created for your business or personal use? Check out dandelionsticker.com. Dandelion Stickers is locally owned and operated in Silverdale, Washington, but you can reach her easily by emailing dandelionsticker.co@gmail.com. You can also find her on Facebook too. Make your vision a reality with the Dandelion Sticker Company today. Nineteenth Hole and Bar and Grill at 2171 Erlands Point Road in Bremerton. Are you looking for a place to wind down for some nice cold beverages, some amazing food, and amazing customer service as well? Come on down to 19th Hole Bar and Grill. It's a great atmosphere where you can hang out with family and friends and maybe co-workers as well. Come on down. Did you know it's one of the oldest bars in Kecksburg County, dating back to 1939, and their menu is to die for. Every week, every day, something special. Like Sundays and Mondays, steak night, Tuesdays, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday, wing night, and Fridays are always fish and chips night. With amazing halibut and cod. I also got burgers, sandwiches, salads, and much, much more. And you've got a banquet room for bigger gatherings of friends and families for like birthday parties and whatever shindig you got. Did you know they are rated #1 bar and grill in the best of Kecksburg County in 2022 and 2023? They're locally owned and operated. Maybe if you're too busy to stop in, place your order today. Call 360-813-3501 or go to the website at 19thholebarngrill.com today. Their hours are 11 to 11 Monday through Friday and 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday. This is 19th Hole Bar and Grill in Bremerton. Eat local. Eat well. Here's Katrina Lynn. When I get there, enjoy.
Twirling my hair, sitting in a chair, looking out the window. All I can see is mountains of green with nowhere to go. Wonder what's on the other side of that county line, past the city limit sign. I'm gonna let my hair down and drive real fast. When I reach freedom at last, I'm gonna buy Prada shoes. That's what I'm gonna do when I get there. Spent 18 years living here in this same small town. Been good to me, but I've got dreams of getting myself out. Don't know how long it's gonna take till I make my way and fly from this place. I'm gonna let my hair down and drive real fast. When I reach freedom at last, I'm gonna buy Prada shoes. That's what I'm gonna do when I get there.
What do you get when you combine a brick oven, some homemade sauces, hand-breaded JoJo's, hand-breaded chicken, homemade dough, all in one place? You will find some of the best tasting food in Kecksburg County. I'm talking about Chico Chicken and Pizza. Their menu ranges from all kinds of pizzas and specialty subs. They have some really good chicken meal deals for the family and great tasting sides. And their chicken is not your normal run the chicken. No. They don't throw the chicken in some fryer and call it good. Their chicken is brined, breaded, pressure fried, and prepared in a classic brine. They season it to perfection. Then they pressure fry it to a delicious golden brown to deliver the best tasting chicken in town. Some of the great sides they have are baked macaroni and cheese, with JoJo's like bacon and cheddar and garlic and parmesan, as well as baked beans and potato salad. Everything is made with the freshest ingredients every day. They are locally owned and operated, so why not give Chico Chicken and Pizza a call today and place your order at 360-550-4041 or their website at chicochickenandpizza.com. They are also located at 2165 Irvins Point Road in Wilmington, and they're open from noon to 10 p.m. every day. That's Chico Chicken and Pizza. Eat well, eat local. When we transported back in time to say the 1950s, as soon as you arrive at the Big Apple Diner, you'll be transported back in time. Their decor is amazing. Their menu is amazing too, with breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Try something different each time you go. I've had the penny pincher combo, which is a combination of quarter pounder with cheese, french fries, and a milkshake or drink for $9.99. Where can you find a meal for $9.99? And they have over 30 flavors of milkshakes. You can literally have a milkshake a day and never get enough of the milkshakes, pies, and sundaes at the Big Apple Diner. Dine in or take out, so you can check them out. They're located at 6720 Kecksburg Way in Wilmington, and their hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they're closed on Mondays. Swing by and check them out. The Big Apple Diner. The website is thebigapplediner.com, and you can call and place your order today at 360-373-8342. Eat well, eat local, eat at the Big Apple Diner in Bremerton. This is Corey James Grubb. One for the road.
For years I've been searching for answers to questions I don't understand. I've been known to run from my problems and bury my head in the sand. I spent all my money on courage in a smoky old barroom downtown. Bartender, pour me a bourbon. You know the bottle never lets me down. Give me one for the road before I go. No, I don't give a damn if I never get home. The pain I'm in cuts to the bone. So give me one for the road. done my fair share of damage. I've suffered a heartache or two. I've been known for taking advantage. You know my lies ain't too hard to see through. She left me a little unstable. Lord, it's hard to believe that she's gone. I came home to a note on the table telling me where I went wrong. So give me one for the road before I go. No, I don't give a damn if I never get home. The pain I'm in cuts to the bone. So give me one for the road. You know the pain I'm in cuts to the bone. So give me one for the road.
That was Corey James Grubb, One for the Road. Thank you so much for joining the podcast episode today. With my guest was Katrina Lynn Whetsel. Really fun talking with her and sharing some laughter and hearing her story and her tremendous journey throughout music and her career. You can find her on Facebook and you on Messenger, and or check out her schedule. I'm sure she'd love to chat with you as well. Also, thanks to the folks who put together Dance Gravy with Chris Jones, Benji Phonic, Jessica Lynn Woody, and Raymond Hayden. Chris Jones, his website is chrisjonesband.com. Benji Phonic is benjiphonic.com. Jessica's website is Jessica Lynn Woody, Lynn with the E, Woody.com, and RaymondHayden.com as well. All four musicians are from the Pacific Northwest. I love having them on and sharing their music as well. And we have Corey James Grubb. He is on Instagram, Corey James Grubb Music on Instagram. Thank you so much for being part of this podcast. Please subscribe and follow. And if this avenue is something you'd like to be on, and if you're a musician or artist or whatever, inspirational speaker, I'd love to have you on and share your story. Maybe you're a cancer survivor. Maybe you're a cancer fighter who is fighting cancer. Maybe you're just encouraging others. Reach out to me. I'd love to have you on. Kind of share your story. I'm always sharing music by artists from all walks of life. And this is a very upbeat, fun, interactive at times. I try to be interactive with you guys and just encouraging people around the world. Also, thank you to TotalMixRadio.org. James Vincham and his great staff sharing music there as well. See you next time on Chit Chat, the encouraging $1 podcast, which is always about encouraging others. God bless. This is Chit Chat, the encouraging $1 podcast. What it's all about, encouraging others.